So a man robbed... Okay, let me reword this. A man's girlfriend had actually robbed him of something that he can never get back, right? And she knew that this would put the relationship at risk, but she still did it anyway. So I want to know, like, what would you say if you were in this guy's position where you were just robbed of something? Because the guy still doesn't know what to say. But let's put in perspective of us. So let's say, like, your significant other took something from you. Like, how are you reacting to that? And Christina, you look like you want to go first. So.
Oh, yes. So
yours.
I had a significant other back in the day who... to preface the story, my father has passed away like when I was a young child, and he had like the original Nintendo and a bunch of like games and all that such. And this gentleman tried stealing one of his Zelda games from me.
Why is he a gentleman then?
I mean, because I can't say other words on the air.
Okay, so this lovely toaster.
Man with a
this
thing.
Lovely garbage man. Yeah, he tried stealing it from me, and I was just like, excuse me, give it back. And leave. Although, stupidly, I stayed with the man. Don't know why.
But leave? So did you just, like, tell him to go home for the day, and then you met up with him again, and you're like, okay, we're all good now.
She put him in timeout. It's fine. Yeah.
Sit in the corner, wear the cone of shame.
Get in the corner, you're done for the day, like, whatever.
That's what you said to him?
No.
Hand over the game, get in the corner, and then we'll talk. After some sandwich.
Let me feed you sandwiches and juicy like a little boy, and then we'll have a good time.
That's really what you said to him?
No. My goodness. I turned into a fight, and we stayed together for another, like, year and a half, 2 years.
That's a long time.
Kidding?
Oh, yeah, we were together for a total, like, 5 years.
Oh, no. How long ago did you break up?
Nice.
This was, like, 10 years ago, I think.
10 years ago you broke up?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, about 10 years ago we broke up. Yeah.
So you were still a teenager, though.
Oh, yeah. I was a baby.
That is nuts. So how did he react to that?
Being caught, he was a little frazzled, but...
Well, yeah.
I'm confused.
He did
Why
it
did he
himself.
think this was okay to take it, especially knowing the significance to you?
I think because I think the assumption was like, oh, it's just sitting there collecting dust. It's okay. Like, she's not going to notice if it's gone. And it's like, that's my dad's stuff. Yeah, I tend to actually keep a little more attention than you seem to think, apparently.
That's messed up, man.
That's weird behavior.
I am
I'm
so sorry you had to
on
go
his
through
part.
that.
And it's fine. I'm married to a wonderful man. Now it makes up for it.
And he doesn't touch that.
Nope.
Good job. See? Good job. That's
good job,
how you
baby.
know it's good.
Yeah, baby, you do good.
Does anybody else have anything that they can...
I don't have a story.
You can't think of a time, like, if you and your significant other, like, got into a fight because he took something from you?
No. You
Really?
better not take nothing from
How
me.
about, what if I changed it a little bit and I said someone else that's close to you, like a best friend?
Give it back.
Because I actually, okay, so I'm going to go, because I had a friend who, like, she was my best friend. We're not friends anymore. And she would really like the things that I had and would try and take them from me without me, quote unquote, noticing. And
Oh,
so
that's weird.
I had this CD that was used from, like, the Tinkerbell, like, the Peter Pan Neverland movie, and she really loved it, and she liked this one song, and she wanted to keep the CD. So she would constantly hide it from me and pretend that it's lost so she could listen to it without me there.
Wow.
See, I don't get... People are weird. Like, that's
that was weird.
enough for me to not be friends with you anymore. Because if you're doing stuff like that, like, what else are you going to do to me?
Well, that's
You know
why
what
when I caught her, I was like, can I have it back? And she's like, oh, well, it's broken, It's,
See, I don't like friends who steal.
It
or,
skips.
I don't know if... I guess that's the right word to use.
and I'm like, I get that it skips, but, like, that's still my CD. Like, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
that's
what a
still my
weirdo.
thing. And she also did another thing that was similar. She would take, like again, Nintendo DS's.
Yeah.
She would take my stylus, which I think we all know.
That's happened to me before. And that really annoys me.
I think that happens to everyone.
She took my
that did
stylus
annoy me.
and hid it in the couch and
What a
would lie to
weirdo.
me that she lost it because she lost hers and she wanted an extra.
Okay, then buy extra. They have
Yeah,
them at the store.
I had to buy extra because
Oh, no.
I couldn't find it. And she
I feel
was like,
that's your problem.
and she told me years later, like many, many years later when we stopped being friends, she was like, just so you know, I did take those things from you. You weren't lying. You weren't being
That's
crazy.
cold.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I was
by
like,
the way,
alright.
I stabbed you like in the front, but you didn't realize.
Yeah, we were kids. We were like maybe elementary school, 5th grade, whatever. And I'm
Still
like, all
weird.
right.
I don't know.
I was heartbroken, I still
Yeah.
remember those things because they meant a lot to me. I loved my Nintendo DS. Like that was
Yeah,
like
of course.
that was like my kid. I loved it. Not like Harrod,
Not the kid.
but I loved it
No.
so much.
Harrod
So
is not your child, but anyway.
Harrod is he's an angel.
No, but anyway, I actually no. Now that you said the
He's not
friend
anyway.
stealing story, it's not. Well, it didn't happen to me, but I will say, I hope my cousin's not listening, or Anyway, but my cousin, when she was a kid, she had this really fancy back then it was fancy. This North Face jacket. And she had written, I don't know if she wrote the phone number or the address, but she had written, like, do you remember the North Face jackets you have that have like a little ID card inside of them?
Yeah. I don't know why they
Right.
do that, but
Well, that's why.
guess it's
because
smart.
She wrote her name and possibly like her address or number or something on it. And her was supposed to be her best friend at the time. I guess she had like went over her house, and they lived very close. They lived like across the street from each other, and they were, really good friends. Like their parent, like my aunt and uncle were really good friends with like the other girl, like her best friend's parents. So it was a whole mess. So basically, she left her North Face jacket at her best friend's house, and the like following week, her best friend was like seen at school wearing it. So then my aunt and uncle went over there and were like, can we see the jacket? Like, she said that you're wearing her jacket to school, and she had left it at your house by accident,
did
obviously.
she take out the card?
No, she did not take out the card. She Sharpied out my cousin's name.
Oh.
And wrote her own name. Like, we're not going to realize that you Sharpied it out, girl? Like, really, the brain cells were not working well for her at this age, So then... her parent, it's her daughter, their daughter, they took her side, and they said that my cousin was not allowed to come over their house anymore.
Oh, well.
Wouldn't they be aware they didn't buy their child a North Face jacket? Like, what,
No,
what
they
the
know.
heck?
They're strange,
They
too.
know. They
I'm
just
sorry.
probably didn't want to, like, look
Yeah.
embarrassed in front of the
That's
other
Exactly.
family.
My mom would have been like, Christina, give that back. I am so,
Yeah.
like, my mom would have been mortified. Oh
No,
my goodness.
my family would have stood with me.
Oh no, they raised evil
Because
children.
that's just the code.
I cannot even understand
They're
like
better
stealing
now,
that.
though.
I can't. I can't imagine stealing something like that. Like that's really extreme. Like that's
really
someone
was.
else's property.
And
at
it
that
was like,
point.
at the time, those are expensive jackets. I don't know how they are now, but they were. Like, back in the day, if you had a North Face jacket, you were, like, cool. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's how it was
So.
like with Uggs too. Like if someone
Oh,
Uggs
What?
and North Face. Oh, my God.
I hated
yeah,
Uggs.
that was a trend.
Till this day, I hate Uggs.
But the point being
That's
is
so
like
basic.
those are like some big name brands and you shouldn't steal those.
Oh, I absolutely agree. And I think they were, like, 9.
Okay, even if it wasn't a name brand, the
9.
point being is that if it
Yeah.
holds like value to that person and they care about it, you shouldn't take it from them, you know? If they don't care about
Yeah.
it and they say you can take it, that's different. But I feel like there was no consent on that. That was just
No.
taken.
Like, yeah, to me, it's like, oh, well, I'm just gonna... The fact that she Sharpied out her name really was like, this girl's wilding. You know, like, okay, leave the jacket, like, at the house. Like, fine. But, like, no. The Sharpie thing, that was enough for me. I was like,
Especially,
this girl's doing too much.
and like, especially your anger level where it's like, it's something like, a North Face jacket, like realistically, yeah, you could replace that. It's like, like, I guess like cut it at a loss, but it's like something you can't replace. It's like, get out of my life. Like, absolutely, like, that's irreplaceable. Like, just, you're done. Bye.
Yeah.
What about you, Zaina?
I mean, if that happens to me, you're done.
Oh, no, I'm talking like, have you ever had an instance where someone took something from you?
I mean, like, not stealing. Like, it would be like, I can say borrowing.
What do you mean
Like-
borrowing?
Like, when sisters take your clothes and like wear them.
I still consider that stealing if they tell you without consent. Like, I'm
No,
not
they don't tell me.
I'm
They
gonna
just-
air it.
I just wake up and I just look at my sister and I'm like, oh, really?
You stole it
Today?
then. You stole it because my
No.
sister does that.
Oh, I used to get in huge fights with my
That's
sister. because of that.
stealing because
As an
huge
only
fights.
child, I don't think it's that serious.
It's
But
stealing.
I must have
It's
known
not.
the
It's not
child.
supposed to be that
it's
serious.
stealing because
But
if
it
you were
gets-
gonna wear that shirt that day and they're wearing it, that's stealing, and now you can't wear it because they
no.
got it all sweatied up.
That's
it's
different,
gross.
but you live in the same house.
It's annoying.
care.
I don't think it's
expected.
stealing.
If
It's just
my
annoying.
sister took my pair of pants and I wanted to wear it that day, she stole it.
No, well, your underwear, that's weird. But, like...
Oh, ew.
if
she
it's-
did. She
no,
did take under.
Yeah,
it.
but
That's
if
what I'm
they're
saying.
clean, it's
That's
okay.
weird. That's weird.
I don't
But
care.
Other clothing, it's like, okay,
You take
your
my
sisters.
socks and I want to wear those pair of socks because
Okay.
they're
Yeah,
lucky
socks
that
and
day.
underwear is a little weird.
No,
but
that's not a big
shirt
deal.
or like anything else, I think, is like not that weird. Your sisters who live in the same house.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
if I think you should ask before you take.
Yes,
Just like if you were to go to like if I were
you
to go
should
to like
ask.
if I were to go to Zaina's house and I'd be like, hey, I really like your shirt. Do you mind if I borrow it and I can wash it and give it back to you? That's not stealing.
Yes.
If I go to her house and I take it, that's stealing.
Yes,
What's the difference with a sibling? I don't care if I live in the same
Yeah,
house.
the sibling, it gets me so mad
The
when she just
difference-
takes it. I'm like, ask me, ask.
the difference is.
How would you
I
feel if
share
your mom
clothes.
just took one of your shirts? That you would say that she stole it.
No, I wouldn't care.
Oh
No.
my god!
I seriously wouldn't.
I appreciate.
Because I'm pretty sure she has. So
It's
I'm
stealing.
like,
I appreciate that I had a brother, not the sister that I wanted. I never
Yeah.
had that issue. I'm sorry.
Stealing. It's stealing. I love my sister, but like there are some days where I would look for something and it's not there, and I'm like, dude, you took it. Like,
this is
why?
why I'm an only child. Thank the Lord Jesus. 'cause
It's
I
so
really-
annoying. It's really just annoying.
But I feel like if I did have a sibling and they did that, I wouldn't be that upset though. I'd be like, okay.
yeah, you're just upset because like it hasn't happened to you multiple times.
Yeah.
When it
but
happens to you
I-
over and over and over and over again,
Every
and it's for
single day?
years, you would get pretty annoyed.
Oh, I'd be
well,
furious.
She's not even here, so you don't have to worry about it right now.
Yeah,
well,
she's gone.
she's
now.
gonna be she'll be back here Wednesday, so I will have to deal with it soon.
All right. Well,
ouch.
Until then.
for the whole summer, just lock your door. Get a lock. Get a safe or something with a key or like a
Just
dial.
lock the closet. Just
Yeah.
wrap it.
Just like get a chain.
You know what? I have my fish now, so he can keep an eye on it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll have
your
Harrod.
guardfish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Harrod's gonna bubble like to warn you.
Yeah.
Howard will do. You know what his favorite thing is? Like my favorite thing that I see him do is like these happy swimmies. He does like these little like things where like you see his like whole body just shake violently, and it's like so really cute. And I'm like, oh, you're doing happy swimmies. So if he does those, I know like he's having a good day. And if my sister comes in there and takes my stuff and he's not doing those, I know that she touched him or she touched something in there. That's how I know. So what about you, Ben?
I'm too smart to not let anyone steal anything from me.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not that I'm aware of.
Wow.
How do you
Yeah.
know though?
I know everything.
Yeah, okay. You got eyes on the back of your head
Do you have
too.
siblings?
No.
He's an only child.
see?
He said.
No.
There we go. Oh, my bad.
No.
Wait a second.
Never had a relationship
I'm-
either.
I'm not the only.
You never been with
What?
someone before?
No.
Oh my
this
God.
is crazy.
Wow. Well, aren't you like 19?
I'm
So
20.
that's not-
20.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's not.
But you never had a friend like take something from you and like they never returned it from you, you know?
No, they wouldn't be my friend anymore. They'd
They'd be
be
in the
dead.
trash.
Yeah, they'd
Oh.
be dead.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah.
I think
Murder.
trash. I think
Are you
trash is a
mafia?
Murder
nicer
alert.
term.
Yeah.
School shooter alert.
Oh my
Oh my
God,
God.
He's
Zaina!
giving school shooter vibes. I'm
He
sorry.
said dead.
Yeah, he said
Okay.
dead.
He
said
said
he'll
they
kill the
wind up
person.
dead.
Oh my God, it's a joke.
It's
Oh
a
my
joke.
God, that's not
a joke
funny. And
thing.
oh my God,
Hee
dang, that was a lot harsher
He
than I
did.
thought.
He did say something about murder. So
Okay.
It's
He was
a
about to
figure
murder
of
the
speech.
friend. It was a friend.
I understood where he was coming
Murdering
from.
It's a
Friend.
figure of speech.
I understood where he was coming from.
No, I feel like saying murder or they'll be dead is different. Like I'm gonna kill you can be a joke, but saying I'm gonna murder you, I'm taking you.
I
a
think
little more
kill and
serious.
murder are still pretty heavy
No.
terms. But I'm gonna go lighthearted now, and we're gonna go.
But yeah, I wouldn't be friends with them if they stole
Yeah,
from me.
they'd
I
be,
think
they'd
should
be in the
not.
past.
Yeah, they'd be
Exactly.
destroyed.
That's why we leave those people behind. So we're talking about this because there's a woman who decided to take matter into her own hands. There was a dog who was like 16 years old, and it was a German Shepherd, right? And this dog was, I don't know why the story's not here, but I remember it by heart. So so this dog, right, is 16 years old, and she knows that the dog can't get up anymore. The dog can't move. The dog can't eat. Like the dog is just
That's so
incapable of living life anymore. But
sad.
the original owner, who is her boyfriend, he is in denial. He's in denial that the dog is aging. That the dog is really just past its
Gotta
point
go.
of living. Yeah, she has accepted that the dog needs to be put down. And the vets have even said it. But he is refusing because he's like, that's my dog. That is like my child. Like he believes that dog is like his soulmate, you know? And he doesn't want to...
Yeah, but what are you gonna let the dog suffer? I don't know.
Yeah, so he doesn't see that the dog is really, you know, really like in that bad of need to be put down. So, but the girlfriend does, and she sees it, and so she decided to gather a mini funeral, and she decided to plan like all the friends and the family to come over except for him and put down the dog.
Oh no,
she
that's foul.
put down the dog without him
she's
there.
sick. I'm sorry.
No.
I understand that he's in denial, but that was really sick. Like, what
Yeah,
is
that
wrong
is
with
sick.
her?
I have been through that with someone where they were so much in denial to the point where, like, I had to be like, listen, like, this dog is literally, like, pooping in their sleep, unfortunately. Like, they're at their wit's end. But, like, I would never, like, call the vet myself, be like, hey, come here and put down the dog for him, like, for my friend. Like, no, never.
But I think the difference is that it's not just a single person. It was like the entire family, like his entire family
And
even
they're all
agreed.
weirdos. I'm sorry.
They all agree that the dog needs to be put down.
I understand, like, at that point, like, when you notice, like, a dog is, like, actually, like, not well, that's the point, like, where they've already been feeling unwell for too long. I get that. But that still wasn't her decision. That was not anyone else's decisions but
Yeah, it's
him.
not her
I'm sorry.
dog.
And apparently, like right after she did that and he found out, he took her stuff and put it on the driveway and said, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, that's valid.
I think that if his mom did it, it'd be a totally different situation. But that's just me, though.
The situation that they should have done is at that point, instead of having a funeral and putting the dog down together without him, was have an intervention. Like, listen, like everyone together in one place. Like, this is not good. Like,
Yeah, there's a general consensus, and you're not getting it.
not doing it yourself. No, absolutely not.
But what if, like, he would never agree?
That's a line you really can't cross. I don't know. I really just like, I get that's really bad situation. Yes, the dog should have been put down. I get that, but there's no justifying what she did. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying, like,
Oh, yeah.
it is. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, I
I'm trying
know.
to understand, like, I feel like if someone else did it in the family, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. Sorry.
I still would be mad.
Yeah, no, I would be mad either way. If
Yeah.
if it's something that means a lot to me, it doesn't matter who does it.
At
It's
least
still gonna hurt.
let him know before. Like, don't just like put the dog down and be like.
I mean, she was giving him hints that like that's what she wants, but like she didn't say she was gonna do it. I guess.
But it's
But
still
she
not
had-
her dog.
She had everyone there but him for a whole
Yeah.
funeral. Like, my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
He's probably has trauma from that.
Oh, of course. I mean, that was probably like his best friend. They always say that, a man's best friend is a dog. But I'm saying, like, if you know that this dog can't. I'm sorry, I can't even speak. If you know that this dog cannot get up, cannot eat, cannot do anything without pain, don't you think that it's time to let him run its course?
But not
elsewhere?
on her watch, though. Like, why is she doing it? You know what I mean?
The only time it's acceptable for her to do it herself is like he's out of town and he's like unable to get in contact with it. Is literally the only exception to like her being able to do it herself, and that was not the
happened to
case.
my friend. Oh my
Oh
god. it
yeah,
was so
another
bad.
part was that she did it. Like she gathered everybody while he was out, like either at work or out with like some guy friends.
That's sneaky. I'm
And he
sorry.
just came home and like the dog's
Yeah, the dog's
dead.
just like not there.
And there was a funeral that no, she's weird. I'm sorry. I would break up with the Jew.
If I found out that like my significant other did that, if I found out that Shane put down my fish without my consent,
not my fish,
You wouldn't leave Shane for that.
If you flush what do you want me to do?
Shane recorded the whole funeral of Harrod's death, I would demand him to buy me a new fish,
Okay, yeah.
and I would demand him to never do that again and never touch my fish again, never look at my fish again.
See, so you wouldn't leave him.
you know what,
But he's
Jamie?
never allowed to have a pet with me after
Okay,
that.
a fish is different than a dog. I'm just
If
saying.
we had a dog and he felt the same way, I would never let him take care of that dog. He's only allowed to pet the dog. He's not allowed to take the dog for walks. He's not allowed to pick up anything. No, that's my job, because if you can't take care of it, no.
I don't know. I still think that a fish is a bit different than a dog. Like,
How is it different?
to me,
He's swimming.
No,
He's got
because-
emotions. He's got a brain.
I understand, but if the fish died and he sees the fish is dead and floating at the top of the tank and you're not home, do you want him to like wait to leave the fish
What's
floating
another
dead?
2 days gonna do? Yeah.
I mean,
I want my own funeral. I want to grieve in my own time.
I think it's weird to leave a dead fish in a tank because you're not home.
Ew, it's probably gonna stink.
A dead dog, okay, that's different. But a dead fish, you can have a funeral later. Just
Well,
take a picture.
I don't understand how you could.
Picture.
Yeah, like here's the proof.
Picture.
Here's the proof that the fish has died.
Put it on the
Right.
ham.
I'm sent. Oh, by the way, I came home. Your fish is dead. It's floating at the top of the tank. And you're not home.
hard.
Here you go. I'm flushing it. Just want to let you know, and we can cry, but you can cry about it later, and I'll comfort you. There you go. Problem solved.
I like this one.
Sean, you've traumatized her.
Oh my
We're gonna do this to Harriet. I'm sorry.
You're gonna what? No, you're not. I literally just bought all of these fish toys
You
for
could
him.
use it with the next Harriet.
You are a sicko. You are a genuine sicko.